Sunny Street Detectives. The Missing Cat Case. While the residents of Sunny Street were just waking up, there was a flurry of activity in Aros's secret headquarters in his garage. Aras, a computer genius, was examining neighborhood maps on 3 different monitors. Maya, known for her quick wit and practical intelligence, was writing down new assignments in her notebook. The team's 3rd member, Balut, was nowhere to be seen. He was probably tangled in his shoelaces again. Just then, the garage door burst open with a loud bang. Balut, gasping for air, was about to say something when he tripped over the doormat and tumbled in front of Maya. Behind him appeared Gulten Hanem, the neighborhood's sweetest aunt. Her eyes were filled with tears, and her hands were trembling. "Children," she said in a shaky voice, "Zaytin wasn't in the garden this morning. I looked everywhere but couldn't find her." Aras immediately got to work. "Calm down, Miss Gulten. The Sunny Street detectives are on the job," he said. He quickly typed on his computer, scanning the images shared by the smart doorbells in the neighborhood. Meanwhile, Balut pulled a huge magnifying glass from his pocket, but because he was holding it upside down, he saw his own eye as a giant. Aras smiled slightly at Bulut's antics and continued analyzing the data on his screen. Maya darted outside to gather clues in the garden. Balut followed her. Maya knelt under the large oak tree in Mrs. Gulten's garden and began examining the muddy paw prints on the ground. Meanwhile, Balut had taken a packet of peanuts from his pocket and started eating them. Maya warned him, "Balut, those peanut shells scattered on the ground aren't clues, they're dirt." But just then, Maya saw something shining among the bushes. Meanwhile, Aras launched a small drone out of the garage window. "Aerial support is coming," he shouted. Maya was watching the live feed from the drone's camera on her tablet. As the drone glided over the narrow streets of the neighborhood, Aras skillfully operated the remote control. Zaytin was a black cat, so it was difficult to spot her from above, but something caught their attention. The images led them to the neighborhood's large park. The 3 friends quickly ran towards the park. As Balut ran, water started gushing out just as he passed by the automatic sprinkler on the ground. "Hey, I'm soaking wet!" Balut shouted, which made Maya burst into laughter. Maya helped Balut fix his soaking wet hair while keeping an eye on their surroundings. Aras focused the drone camera under a bench. There was a glowing red ball. "Look," Aras said, leaning down in front of Balut. "This is Zaytin's favorite toy." Balut bent down and picked up the ball from under the bench, but lightly bumped his head on the metal frame. "Okay, I have the clue," he said, rubbing his head. The ball smelled of fresh fish. Maya immediately put the pieces together in her mind. The smell of fresh fish? Of course! Today is Tuesday, which is the day fresh fish arrives at Uncle Nuri's fish shop. Aras, impressed by Maya's quick deduction, said, "You're amazing, Maya." Zaytin definitely went there, following the smell. The 2 of them immediately turned towards the back street. They reached the narrow alley behind Fisherman Nuri's shop. The alley was filled with old wooden crates and empty boxes. Maya tiptoed, checking between the boxes. Meanwhile, Balut accidentally knocked over a trash can lid, making a loud noise. "Oops, I think I'm too noisy for secret detective work," he whispered apologetically. Aras heard a faint meow sound coming from behind the top crate. "There," he whispered. The crates were very high. Balut immediately bent down and used his back as a step so Aras could see above. "Come on, Aras. Climb on top of me and look," Balut said, trembling as he tried to maintain his balance. Aras leaned on Balut's shoulder and reached up. Aras spotted Zaytin curled up under an old blanket between the crates, her eyes sleepy as she looked at him. "We found you, little one!" he shouted. Maya immediately reached out and picked up the black furry cat. Zeytin began to purr in Maya's arms. Ara smiled at Maya, overjoyed at his success. The Sunny Street detectives have won again. When Mrs. Galton appeared in front of the shop, she was overjoyed. She picked up Zeytin and hugged the children. Balut was trying to give Zeytin the last of the peanuts he had left in his pocket, but Maya stopped him. "Cats don't eat peanuts, Balut," she said, laughing. As Mrs. Galton said, "You're a wonderful team, children." Balut proudly gave a thumbs up.